Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. New subscriber, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, thank you for being here this evening. I am here tonight, guys, to talk about Melissa Silvera and those who are trying to get bail by some little anky-panky style. Right, guys? So, me will talk about that among some other things tonight. But first, me have to come telling you how them people a plan to get way for the charge of homicide, cover up, weapons charges, and all these things. So, guys, if you want to just accompany live, please like it, give it a thumbs up, give it a share, and so we can get talking. We're going to be talking to our correspondent Liz tonight. Yeah, because we have some important aspects of the whole justice system right now and how Melissa's case may be impacted in a good way or in a negative way. So it's a new week. Welcome again. Make sure you're giving the thing a thumbs up and invite all of your friends them. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that. In the meantime, I am going to go on pause for 60 seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah, guys. So, make us see who they are now. I am sorry about last night, guys. Sometimes you just don't have any control over, you know, your body and your energy, and your body just tell us to listen. Not tonight, and it just worked that way. I'm so sorry. But you don't know, we're here tonight, and we're always bringing the news, reviews, and updates. You can come over here and rely on the information that you're going to be given here. When you come over here, you also get a laugh, right? And you get to feel comfortable over here. So, like I always say, guys, we don't come out here, come beg nobody no money and pressure nobody. But if you are appreciative of the content that we deliver here, you can feel free to hit the super chat, okay? To show the appreciation for the content that we put out on this platform. Big up to all my dedicated subscribers, all the members over here. Guys, make sure that you are signed up for membership. If you hit the join button, it will take you there. So let me see who is here tonight. I see some new names on the chat. Good night and welcome to Jamaica Politics Uncovered. The True Players Forever, welcome. Inez, Janet, Electro, big up yourself. Everybody will check in. Fulibashi, Princess, welcome everyone. So, guys, you are looking at Melissa Silvera on the screen here. If you don't know Melissa Silvera, then you have not been following this channel and you don't tune into the news, which is okay. So, if you're here for the first time and you just tune in, we're going to update you, we're going to bring you up to speed now or yourself. So, Melissa Silvera is the late wife of a former member of parliament named Jolyan Silvera, one-term member of parliament from the People's National Party. As a matter of fact, from the Rise United faction of the People's National Party. Melissa, so them say Melissa passed away on November 10th. Some people believe it could be hours before. I don't know. But them report on November 11th, say Melissa passed away in her sleep last night from aneurysm. She passed away from natural cause. That's what Jamaica was told on November 11th, 2023. 6 weeks later, guys, they were quiet the whole time until 6 weeks later, we hear say Melissa was shot 3 times. The pathologist said it was homicide by the bullet, by the gun. Right? That's what the people them say. Little after that now, this man here was saying was him had the woman husband. Him not come out one time, come tell the people them thank you for no condolences, nothing at all. Him run go hire one of the most prominent lawyers in the country, Peter Champagne, to represent him. The man got the woman funeral go ball. One heap of excitement, guys, in the St. Andrew Parish Church. This man is the bodyguard, secret service, some security detail, unofficially, of the opposition leader of Jamaica. And he was behind him, beside him, every day. Before 2020, as you can see right here, he was at the launch of Peter Bunting's campaign in 2019. So he's very much close to the hierarchy of the People's National Party. And this homicide that happened to Melissa, him is not the only one involved in it. It is alleged that his sister helped him brother-in-law helped him, and as a matter of fact, the information, what is alleged to me right now is that them still a try help him, right? So me going tell you know how that go. So this was not just a crime committed against Melissa in a domestic situation as what they want to make it seem. This is a man who vowed in front of man and God to love, protect this woman and their offsprings. And whatever happened, it wasn't just him, it was a collective effort, right? After what happened to Melissa, it was a collective effort to protect him and to cover it up. And we are not going to change our mouth over here, so that is what happened. The Rise United faction of the People's National Party kill Melissa and try to cover it up and them get catch. That is why them send out them blogger who them pay what we know as Miss Little Bit of Blood, send her out for come talk a bag of things. Them quiet 6 weeks, But after the pathologist made them pronouncement, them come out and talk one whole heap of something to undermine the pathologist, to undermine the police, to undermine everyone who had anything to do with the investigation. They tried to undermine even the morgue, guys, saying that it's somebody inside the morgue who shot Melissa. To show you all these people are wicked and evil. This is what them do. And you are looking at them cult leader right here, Peter Bunting. He's the cult leader. So guys, Silvera is going back to court April 11th. And he's going back to court to seek bail. And I think they don't believe that he's going to get bail too easy. They have to go work hard to get bail. So them come up with a little idea now. Then come up with a little idea. And I said to all, I want to share the live here, I want to share the live because I want some doctors in Jamaica to hear this tonight, You hear? I beg to share the live because I want some local bandolo people in Jamaica to hear this. Because we know what we're doing, St. Lucia, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here. We were first told of her passing by the leader of the PNP, Mark Golin. Yes, that is true. Thank you. Nothing more Silvera from St. Mary no good. Yes, we hear about it. So guys, make sure so now share the live and get everybody over here. So can we now repeat yourself and talk over again. So guys, it is alleged now that them a look for apply for bail and call for bail and the BSC say this man here is sick. Yes. Them want to draw for the sick card. But as you know, them can't just go draw for the sick card. Them have to get people with a medical background for document it, for them can go give judge and can go give bail hearing people. And I am saying to the doc, as a matter of fact, him want Dayton Campbell. This is alleged. Dayton Campbell is part of the Rise United cult in the PNP. So Dayton Campbell now are the one now where them a look to forget the note for carry. But what I want to say to these bandolo people in Jamaica, you see every move you make pan a case here, and every step you take pan a case for try and deny Melissa justice. Trust me, what on to uno. No matter which part you go, no matter who you send as cover, we on to uno and we know what we do. Remember me tell you no? You're so fast me hear what we do. Eh? You're so fast me get the information and me I say alleged even though a very credible information. Right? But me I use the word alleged because you know how we do it on this platform over here, so guys. Right? So this is what they're planning to do. Them know say it is gonna be an uphill task. But I want to say to you know, if Cartel could survive 14 years, 14 years people, how much years? 10? Me no remember. 10 to 14 years. If Cartel could have survived a decade in a prison with Graves' disease, me no know which part you now go, but you now go get letter. Eh? You now go get letter. Say the man sick. We shot at the man sick. Remember say Melissa dead, you know. Which part of the man sick? Try it for no bad, no? Me say for no bad. Try that. And any doctor will even not think about it. Me no care how much money them give you no. Me no care how much money them give you no. For write on a fraud letter. Remember, we're exposed you know. It's not supposed to be like that. You have your right, yes. If you go ask about bail, nobody not deny you with that. But when you not gonna use some bandolo style now, alright, the son not gonna have a problem. Right, the son not gonna have a problem. What you call sickness? What you call sickness? The amount of time when I see them take cartel from down a wish part him there and can't go a doctor. I see them carry cartel several trip go a doctor. And other people. So if you're sick in there, you tell the people them so you're sick and then can't go down a public. Sickness cannot be sickness in this case here. This is a very serious matter. This woman is supposed to dead so early. The woman is 42 when she dead. Right? And the worst part about it is not only them kill the woman, them try to cover it up. And I want to know from the DPP if there's not going to be a separate charge for the cover-up. The homicide are one, the weapons charges are one, but there must be a charge for the cover-up. So the police them will lay the charges and the prosecutor them need to make sure say them put every charge. Because this woman have to get justice. Little most them get way. Little most the people them get way. right? And the prosecutors then must must make an example out of them for show them so they must not be doing these things to women. And then them come hide behind political party, right? I come hide behind them leadership and them thing there. And I know their leader can't denounce them and take what they sell from them. There is a charge called concealing the death of another person. I don't know what that charge is called in Jamaica because he's not a lawyer. But I'm sure that in Jamaica, there is a special charge. Yes. There's a special charge that is separate from the crime that is related to cover up. And the police, them tell we say, they may have 2 more people that were involved in the cover up. The police, them talk it. This is Melissa in her prime with our business partners. That was before she had kids and before she met the monsters who took her out. Living her life, having a good time. And then all of a sudden, them decide that she forget wipe out. Because of bad mind, envy, jealousy. This woman was too good for them. She was too good for them and a bad mind get the best of them. She was one of the few female chemical engineers in Jamaica. And she was doing her local business because her mother grew her and grew her to be self-reliant and self-sufficient. And her mother educated her. This woman died just 6 months after her own mother died. It's like they were waiting for her mother to die to take her out. 6 months. That is her mother here, Leslie. I don't even think Melissa did finish mourning her mother. Imagine you lose your mother. You have 3 little picnic to look after. And you have to bury your mother. That takes a while to learn to cope without having a parent anymore. A parent who was probably very active in the lives of her grandchildren, as Melissa was her only child. And to not have that mother anymore to pick up the phone and say, hey, mom, how are you? Do you want to meet for dinner tonight? Do you want to see the kids this weekend? Can you watch the kids for 2 hours for me this weekend? It takes a while. And it's like they were waiting for Leslie to die. 6 months, guys, they take out the woman picnic and try to cover it up. This is what these people are about. So when they're talking about they're sick, and they want try to get bandolo paperwork for sickness, them for know so we're watching them and you see all of the doctor them in Jamaica were bandolo, because the whole of the doctor them bandolo. Someone is very bandolo. We know it's a cartel sick for true. Because we see cartel. And cartel is very sick. And he survived over a decade. So you can't come with nothing, come frighten nobody. So judge and everybody, you need to be on the right side of history. A justice for Melissa we are deal with there, so. Yeah, cartel is sick for cartel. I don't know about dying. I don't know about that, but clearly he has some problem going on. We saw the pictures and how he changed. We know something is wrong. But guys, that is never an excuse for people to get leniency, especially in serious matters like this. And it is their human right that when they are in the custody of the state, it is their human right to get medical treatment and medical care. Under no circumstance are they supposed to be denied medical care. As a matter of fact, the facilities in Jamaica, the detention facilities in Jamaica, they should all at least have one nurse in there who can treat people, who are not seriously ill. And those who are seriously ill, they get assessed and referred to the hospital and get transported there. So they should never be denied medical treatment. What we're saying is to get bandulu paper for come say them sick, that is wrong. And that's what I talk about yesterday tonight. Me no know how people would do them something and expect to just come out so palm bail. And that's how it work. For every action, there's a reaction. That is it. Monica said the only person I know who could help Silvera die if he get bail, he will leave Jamaica. Silvera was born in the UK. So, in my view, and I said this back in December, I think, I consider Silvera to be a huge flight risk. Why do I say that? When Silvera was told by the police them to turn in himself, remember the police them give the man a chance to go to the funeral, because them couldn't lock him up before the funeral. And when the police them tell Silvera say must turn in himself, Silvera not turn in himself. A man put on his clothes and dress up for go party. And the police them must say, but wait, you think we are puppy sure? It's bad enough that while the police were doing their investigation, them out there, I thought about Melissa died in her sleep and dead from aneurysm. And the police them couldn't come say a word, even though them see blood in there. And there's a suspicion in there. They couldn't come out come talk. Because why? Them tell them opposition leader for come out come talk like Melissa died of natural cause. The same time. So them first the police. So the police them were backed in a corner. Them couldn't come do them work. Because really and truly the police them shoulda report say a suspected homicide. But them a wait for the autopsy. That is what the police them shoulda say. But them opposition leader, the two of them are British people. Me don't know what them come for do to Jamaica. See them come kill woman in Jamaica. Them make the opposition leader contact first the police them. So the woman died in her sleep of natural cause and one heap or something. So when them sister now say the opposition leader more powerful than the police them in our country. Cause for 6 weeks nobody can talk to them. Cause the opposition leader talk and the police them quiet. So when them say them opposition leader wield power over the police them, no wonder why when the police them say, come turn in yourself, him don't go turn in himself. So the police them have to take the government resources, gas up the police car them, and go take him out of which part him there. Because them think them is above the law. So with that being said now, the people who are going to be at the bail hearing, they should most certainly take that into consideration and understand that they are dealing with people who consider themselves to be above the law. So when them can tell Cartel for turning himself and Cartel turning himself, them are people who believe them above the law, them above the cartel class. So yes, I think he's a flight risk. And there are countries in the world where Jamaica cannot extradite nobody from there. Worse if the person they might try extradite as somebody were born outside of the country. What does he have to lose? If him come up on bail and decide say him take a plane, go up one another continent, we run a one part around there. So look how we name there. Where boy the name? Simeon. One of Champagne farmer client. The boy who them say unalive the sitting member of parliament, Dr. Bloomfield. Simeon disappear the day the trial supposed to start. Only see nobody a try extradite Simeon and Simeon born in Jamaica. Simeon gone with the wind. And what Champagne say? Him tell the judge say I ask him to relieve him from the case because he don't know where the client there. Simeon gone with the wind. And Simeon was on a homicide charge. Homicide trial supposed to start the morning. So hold on there now. Champagne enough to come with the same style here now with a client under the same problem. And we don't think same about escape like Simeon pan bail. No, bail hearing, you cannot take that chance. You cannot. Justice for Melissa. They nearly get away with it. Remember, cover up them do, you know. Remember, say I cover up them do. So them never intend to get catch. Them never intend to get catch. Them never intend to turn in themselves as the police ask them to do. Them intend to have them own way because they are above the law. So all of who them a reach out to and a contact. And the police them a full-time phone call in the sister and her husband, you know. A full-time phone call them in. Certain things I'm not going to talk right here so tonight, but you need to call them in. So the doctor them in a Jamaica or any doctor where they pan this. Don't make them make you do nothing bandolo. You tell the man say if he's sick, go on a doctor. Go on the public hospital. Or go along up at where the other hospital name. And make them assess him and examine him and write what they want to write. Don't make them drown in a murder. Because that will reach, if it discovers say una do bandolo things to help them people here. Una no see him, una no examine him, una do nothing. So anyone I want to write no bandolo letter, I gotta expose Remember Justice for Melissa where I deal with. Right? No. Let me tell you why the conversation, Because you see from this Privy Council ruling come down, everybody start think different, Me soon call Liz. But let me just explain this to you now. You see from the Privy Council ruling come down, guys, lawyers start fret and think different. Clients start fret and think different. Why is that? What the Privy Council said publicly and what they did. Not only did they expose Jamaica, and I am not here to say anything too negative about Jamaica's justice system. And you know why? Jamaica inherited this justice system from the British people. Remember that always. With all the discussions going on right now, Jamaica inherited this system, right? Also, Jamaica is a developing country. So today me hear the president of the bar talking in Jamaica. And I was appalled by this, guys. I did not know that the mere fact that with a jury in a Jamaica, they don't have no sequester accommodations. You know what that means? It means that when you're on a high profile case, if you get chosen to sit on a jury, you are away from your home and your family that entire time while the trial is going on. You can't be reading the news and watching the TV, then put you in isolation. Not only that, when you go upon jury, I don't know if any of you ever serve upon a jury, but when I serve upon jury, me get paid, them pay you a good amount. Where you not really, you understand? Where you not really feel no way about being there. You get paid. The last time I went on a jury, they paid for my parking at the courthouse. So Jamaica need them kind of accommodations, and that the man say they must make it be worth the people's while to go to the jury, to go sit on the jury, and make them understand them civic duty what them a do. That I first thing. So what them a try to know in developing, because when we talk about development, it's not just highways and infrastructure. We also need to develop our justice system. So when people think so they can come bribe the thing and get away with it, when time the judge and whosoever, they might go sit down there and know say man come bribe the thing and still go on with the case. And them not consider say, well, if this happens, I could lose my license. I could even be fined if that happens. Right? With how them collect evidence and preserve evidence. There's a lot that needs to be done, but we are a developing country, and I think what the Privy Council did is basically expose the fact that we need to be doing stuff regarding our justice system, and we need to make it so that all these technical issues do not happen. You understand, guys? So, with that being said, now, we understand, say, where justice is concerned, and especially judges, prosecutors, investigators, they're going to be very meticulous now. They're not going to be as sloppy as before with the cartel case. They're going to be very meticulous now. They're not going to leave any room for any technicality because they don't want this to happen again. So they're going to make sure that they might dot every I and cross every T. So anybody we are plan for come now and say, maybe we can get off on technicality. Maybe we can send on our bridge in them for go bribe the jury and get off on that the technicality. Maybe we can do this and maybe we can do that, and all these ideas for go appeal court. And now the thing I go get hard. So the lawyer, them, the criminal defense lawyer, them a crutch their head now. I said, Jesus, however do you know? You understand? So them a come up with all kind of thing. They want care sickness go bail hearing. They want go talk say boy them is junk and ray and them sitting there. It better them take a route there, It better them come take a plea. But not over our dead body. Them are going to do no bandul something and come talk about bail. No way. Let me see what you guys are saying. The cover-up is aiding and abetting, so all parties involved should be prosecuted. Yeah, man. Yeah, but you have one other charge where the aiding and abetting are people who help, But the initial cover-up, there is a special charge. I don't remember the name of it, and they may have a different name for it in Jamaica. Any bail is a disrespect to Jamaican women. If he is bail, I will demand the intervention of the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He is a flight risk and Canada will be in uproar. Just watch. Not only that, my friend, but look on Noel Maitland. Then deny him bail. So, what now? Them are going to give the Englishman bail? Cannot work like that. Don't forget he left her there and her son found her. How could someone do that to his cho? Every time I think about it, trust me, it grieves my spirit. conspirator before and after the fact charge, also malicious investigative work, leaving no loophole. So with the cartel verdict, you know, and what the Privy Council did, only no notice that the Privy Council not do nothing. Them just it looked to me like said the Privy Council, them just want show say our justice system is underdeveloped. And members said them did have the opportunity, you know. They had the opportunity to acquit Cartel and his co-accused altogether. They could have done that. They had the power to do that. How do I know? It's common sense. And also, Cartel lawyer said it yesterday on TV. And I'm glad the people in on TVJ asked her, didn't they have the power to just acquit and let them walk free? She said, yes, that's one of the options they had. But if I must be truthful to you guys, you know what I think the problem was? Because outlining all those technicalities, it doesn't matter whether they think Cartel them guilty or it doesn't matter the evidence. It does not matter. You see, as long as there are technicalities which deny them of a fair trial under the law, nothing else matters. So the Privy Council could have and should have acquitted them, but they did not. They did not. And I believe that by saying we're not going to touch it, but we will tell you where you go wrong. And then we're going to send it back down to appeal court. You know what I think happened? You see the argument that Jamaica want to leave the British monarch or patriarch or what they call now. You see when Jamaica go tell them, say we are moving on. You see when Jamaica, which is the jewel of the Caribbean and the jewel in a them crown, remember say Jamaica the boss, you know, out of all of the place them where they colonize. And Jamaica they making most money off of. Jamaica is them jewel in them crown in the region. When everybody else walk on, they don't care. They don't want Jamaica to leave. So when we now go say, we deal, when they send them child or them grandchild come to Jamaica, and Jamaica go say, with planning to leave them, they must say, then if you don't want to be independent, don't come to we for fix on a problem and fix on your own problem. So I consider this Privy Council verdict to be some type of reprisal, in my view. So that's why you see the caption here. Vybez Kartel and his co-accused were caught in a colonial reprisal. What they're basically saying is you're independent, we would tell you what's wrong. But go on in our own court to start out to own a problem. We don't want this for our hand anyway. Them have a saying that goes everything from Jamaica. We got Privy Council to get dash out. And it's true. Every case we me know of, we go to the Privy Council, it gets thrown out. And they could have found 3 technicalities in this case and them never throw it out. Guys, wanna think about it. Wanna think about it. So with that verdict now, a lot of people are thinking and are seeing and are planning for the future and how they will go forward when they are defending people and also when prosecutors are trying to prosecute people. Everybody's going to be doing things differently now. Good evening, everybody. Guys, if you're just joining the live, please give the live a thumbs up and share the live with somebody where you know. And if you appreciate the content here, you can feel free to hit the super chat. When I come out here, come beg nobody every night, not any night. But we are open to you showing your appreciation for the content that we produce here and present to you guys. Now let me call our correspondent Liz and see if Liz is hearing anything different or anything more. Paula willing come out, come say she's prepared to do a retrial. She said she's not going to be intimidated by anybody. I posted that upload earlier. Hi Liz.
Hello.
How are you?
I am a little bit contented.
Contented, okay. So, I don't know if you are listening earlier, I love the people them want go talk about say they sick forget bail. Can you believe that?
Well, yes, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Because remember, you're not dealing with the average mind. You're dealing with a mind that is sociopathic, psychopathic. So any little chance to whistle out of confinement, because it's as if it's arrogance. Is arrogance in attitude and everything. He's saying, oh, who dares them to be having me in jail, in prison, really, with these commoners? So anything him can do, and his mind is not the normal mind. So him don't think say him should have been charged with Melissa's murder. So he will do anything. Because these minds are, if you study the history of these babies born one in every one of the toes, them not have no empathy, the feeling, them not have no human feeling. So him not give a shit.
So look,
just want to know say him want come out.
So you feel say
So him lie.
So Liz, you feel say there are doctors in the PNP. Because me used to Dayton Campbell, him supposed to write one letter for Silvera, I don't know, allegedly. So you feel say there is any doctor in a Jamaica who would do that something there, considering how everybody know now. See, I lie them tell, but oh Melissa died and them a try to cover you. You feel say a doctor would really have the conscience to do that?
Well, all right. Remember, the doctors take what you call a Hippocratic oath. Therefore, no doctor wanting their practice, whether public practice or private public practice, would want to risk their reputation and occupation for this psychopath. Furthermore, in the prison system, I know for sure there's a gentleman called Raymond, Raymont, notice. He's a member of the PNP, then him go to JLP, and ran for the JLP council in Spanish Town, and then come back to the PNP. And, he works in the prison system for years. So this prison system has its own doctor, medical system set up. So he would have to be seen by Dr. Notice first to determine whether he's really ill. And then if he's that ill, now Dr. Notice should recommend that he be taken to whether KPH, UA, one of the specialized medical facilities.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just walk and kind of draw a card. And of course, looking at this, the acts following the attitude of it is going to it might not happen, but somewhere down the line also I think this one person Campbell may lose his medical license, be struck off the list of doctors allowed to practice.
Well, they must know. They must know if they want to put themselves at risk, because you see, it not seem like say the people in the PNP, the one them who are lead the PNP, where them and him a friend, were in charge of the PNP. When me look and see, all them can't even come out and say on the record that they have dismissed him and taken away all duties until further notice. Them not even have the decency to do that. Right? So me no doubt. So one of them in there will write letter give him, and him don't sick and them don't do no examination upon him. People like Dayton will do that,
Yes, because gentle people only know it. It has been brought to them, not bring it, Karen bring it, Michelle research it, and others. You are not dealing. Bunting, Golden, Campbell, Daz, Jolyan, Brownberg, Eels. These are not normal minds. These are not normal minds. These are minds that are warped, unstable, unsteady, fanatical. What's that term? These are not the average minds that people are dealing with, because they will. I don't know if all you saw the picture of when Golden emerged from the swearing in of Mayor Swaby, and he was being interviewed outside on the step, on the pavement by the journalist, and he kept leaning his head, and that that is what our sort of retarded person usually lead them head artistic person. So you're not dealing with the average mind. So when these people do and say things, people must know, and that is what is going to be their downfall, because this man Campbell is not a normal healthy mind either. If them going to come up with letter, as I say, I am sure the medical fraternity would strike him up instantaneously that he can't practice medicine.
Why? Them not no feelings to Melissa. All of them, them wish him, yeah, and them wish Silvera would have get off tomorrow morning. For the fact say, when me say George Wright beat the woman with the stool and the JLP, them had no choice for disassociate themselves and come out and talk so. And as a matter of fact, George Wright he'd have to talk it too. And them I wanna know. Them said the man for have due process and one heap of something. They not have no sense of this. So them will write the letter. And if Dayton Campbell thinks same bad, write no letter, bandul and see what happen. Because right now, you see the people them, the women's march people them, and the women's advocates them in America. We are sending out letter to them, Yeah, cause we see the cover up not done yet. So we are sending out letters to them to make them know, so them have further intentions to try and weasel them way as they say through the system to deny the woman justice. So my question now, Ush Bandulu lawyer in a doctor in Jamaica, I go have the gall to go write Bandulu letter for no bail and see what happen. We know everything. So now, Liz, this case here that was before the Privy Council with Vybez Kartel and him fellow defendants. How do you see it affecting Melissa's, and I'm gonna call it Melissa's case because I don't want to refer to these people anymore. Matter of fact, let me take him off of the screen. Because the whole of them conspire and cover up and keep their mouth shut for 6 weeks. And when the people them come with the ballistic and the forensic, them come out across the police, a burn out police, we investigate and bring the woman some sense of justice in motion. We know what them are do. But anyway, or you see this thing here impacting whether in a good way or a bad way. Melissa's case, the Privy Council. This
ruling?
Yeah.
Okay. In first of all, in a bad way, it's going to shine all the bright lights on whether they should go to trial. Jolyan should be given trial by judge only, or should there be a selection of his peers, jurors?
That not nice,
No, that is where one of the bad light that it has exposed, because if they go trial by judge, first of all, no, it is going to force the government to rush through a bill, and the budget debate is on it, has started. If they are going to go trial, because he's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's going to be facing the court applying for bail. So if they rule in favor of trial by judge only, then they're going to have to rush through that legislation in the middle of the budget going on. On the bright side, because of the clear-cut evidence that they have, so far. What it will do is have the police force being a meticulous this time around, meticulous, careful how they extract information from Jolyan Silvera's phone, how they extract information from the other phones that they should have in their possession, how they proceed to treat with the preservation. They have treated so far with the preservation of the murder scene, how they will treat with and the careful handling of the evidence security, where it goes, who handle it, when and where will it appear. So the good side is outnumbering the bad side, but as I say, it shows light on whether they are no, because Chief Justice Sykes is advocating for the two system because of the massive backlog of cases. He's advocating no, because we don't have that. You have it on when you go before the appeal court, they have a panel of 3 judges. But on the they don't have any juror in the appeal court system. But on the court before, when it comes to the Supreme Court session for the actual trial, now the deliberation is going to be trial by jury because of what happened with the bribery case and how it was handled, or trial by judge only.
So let me ask you a question now, because me hear the president of the bar is a strong advocate for trial by jury, and so am I. Somebody said on the live just now, say they must have a more serious charges for people who pervert the course of justice. You can't give a man 12 months for doing such a blatant. You understand me? I say a man come bribe the jury. You can't give somebody 12 months for that and take 10 years to sentence them and convict them. That's a part of the problem, you. So now, the trial by judge, how much judge will are in charge of that person's fate? Would it be like a group of judges or a panel? Or how does that work? Because I don't believe that one person, which is one judge, should be in charge of a person's fate. I feel them have a jury with about a dozen people, as what we always do.
Well, okay. Formerly, we had a system of a murder, rape, serious arson. It was a jury of a panel of
12. Yeah.
The system was changed, and they brought it down to 7 because they said they were having problems. On the case of the judge only now, I think you can empanel 3 judges for a trial. Because in the appeal court, it's 3 judges. But there can also be a 1 judge hearing. The competence here again comes into question. The competence of judge and the number of years practicing on the bench, and also be mindful that attempts can be made to bribe judges too.
Lord Jesus.
So the matter, that's why I'm saying now the bad side of the decision now. Where will Jamaica lean to in advancing the justice system? Will it lean to for murder trial, arson, rape? If you're going judge only, will you lean to having 2 judge or 1 judge? Because appeal court has 3, a panel of 3. So how will you lean? Because Brian Sizam is following his a very competent Chief Justice. And he has been advocating that there's a possibility that you can use 1 judge, but the judge has to be a senior judge with a number of experience. Because you can use 1 judge, and the 1 judge can't hear the evidence.
Me not trust that though, because that too easily corruptible. To me. To me, that kind of decision making, it's too easily corruptible. So me rather have 12 people. You understand?
But listen, we just had a trial. There was no jury in the Black Man One Dan trial, was there? It was Sykes alone, Chief Justice.
You know, I don't know. That is an interesting question. I forgot looking at that one. I don't know about the jury.
No, man. it was Sykes alone. There was no jury. Sykes alone, and Sykes did a brilliant job in when he was his summations on each individual. Muma, when he did his summation on Muma, and then he handed down. He went meticulously. It was long, but he said on this area, and he explained. And on that, he went through. It was 9 areas.
Mm-hmm.
He went through all 9, but it was him alone, the Chief Justice, who sat on the trial of those 23. It came down from 38 or 32 men and 1 woman to it whittled down because there was no case made against about 5 or 9 of them. And so because there was no case presented to him, no concrete evidence case, the DPP office admitted, then those 9 or 5 men were released. The other 23 went on trial, and it was Justice Sykes alone, brilliantly done, because I followed the whole thing. So one judge can't sit, but then it has to be a competent judge number of years. But then again, you also run into the fact of the backlog. Because if one judge is going to, there's another one coming where Tesha Miller, a group of people has been held at 20 something again, and it's one judge so far. So, it is how you are going to handle the presentation, because the DPP office has been exposed terribly for the misconduct in the cartel trial. So, one judge can do it, but it depends, because the Chief Justice is very competent. There's one judge going in the group of men again charged with it. She has her office has labeled them the Tesha Miller faction of Klansman. It's one judge. So that again is going to be an interesting case to follow.
Say him did give some scathing criticisms, of the people who collect the evidence and investigate the thing, Because one of the case them he made us say, you brought no evidence. I read some of it, but not all of it.
Yeah. But he was brilliant, and it was him alone, and he handed down 38 years to black man, or then around that 20 or 29, and so he handed down according to their role in the whole criminal network, and he was brilliant. So one judge, we are competent as a nation, one judge can work, but then you have a situation too where people will make attempt via their lawyer to bribe judges. But I don't think we should fear. But because you see, the jury, my experience is that there are persons who become professional jurors. And it may be shocking, but I think the workload, the justice system wants the workload. Because if you find everybody guilty in the first time around as a team of jurors, a panel of jurors, then they won't have much work. And to be honest, I don't know if I'm making sense. The justice system, the police, thrive, get work, employed, earn them salary based on crime. Crime have to be happening for the justice system. So if every time the jury go in and the jury say, I'm guilty, it's sort of cut down on them having any work to do.
Lord Jesus. Somebody said I'm in favor.
It's an interesting experience being a juror on those 3 cases.
It really is. Somebody said Alex says I'm in favor of the minimum panel of 3 judges, maximum of 7 judges. Even here in Canada, they have panel of 3 or 7 judges. I don't know.
Well, yes.
Me prefer the 12 juror. So Lord Jesus. So Silvera now. You see the thing with Jamaica now, where somebody said yesterday that the Privy Council has often complained about this about Jamaica, is that the time that it takes for a case to reach a Privy Council, you have to have about a decade, man.
Yes, because as I say, if they had filed it in the Privy Council within the time frame that he appealed, then the clerk of the court, the police, the this, the that, they wouldn't have any job. So what they do, when me experience them again, what they do is facilitate a crime situation for them to be paid. So them don't hurry up and do nothing. Them, that's why Justice Spikes, Chief Justice Spikes, complain about the backlog, because the backlog keep the judge getting paid, it keep the clerk of the court getting paid, the prosecutors, defense lawyers. The more they can drag out the case, the longer it keeps everybody getting paid, and that is where the whole system is skewed. Yes, and crime pays. As my police friend told me years ago, crime does pay, and so the longer them can keep it in ongoing, then it's better for them, because they can negotiate for better pay, and but crime pays, and that is how the system is set. So now, in England, elsewhere, it is that they do it. Them take long to call up some case, and the appeal take long, drawn out, and
what issue? This hour won't take too long. Something is seriously wrong, because look here.
I agree.
A case like Melissa case, a case like Donnelly case, and them something there. Them the case enough for drag for 10 years. The people and family members want justice. You know much people dead because of a broken heart. They can't get no closure for their family members and them something there. That has to be considered. Yeah. Donnelly's mom is on my Facebook page, and sometimes when I see that woman, when the pressure and the stress take the woman, she don't know where her daughter there, she don't have no closure. Sometimes the woman pour her heart in my news feed. I can't even press like on it. I can't even finish read it. The people them forget justice, man, it take too long in a Jamaica.
Yeah, that is true. And there's another situation that has arisen over the years from the long delay where people knowingly know that the right person has been charged, but the trial, the drawn out. Some because you have friends and you're in the streets and talk to people.
Yeah.
People, family members, and surviving family members as employment, and in getting into the prison system, and paying contract killing take place in the prison system too, man, in a prison.
All of that.
Contract. We take out the man, they can kill my family. We know same guilty, but the trial, 5 years, 10 years, it can take long.
Yes.
If people want appeal, I get them appeal, the longer you take for you to come and court. So family members, I don't know how them do it, to be honest, but you hear it. That they go in the system, and you have prisoner where them the contract and take out the one them.
Out the road too. That is why Jamaica has such a big problem with reprisals, and that is why that I think contributes a lot to the crime in the country, because justice delayed is justice denied, and a man right now would rather go take matters into their own hands than to depend on our justice system, and I think that's a horrible way to run a justice system. But Liz, thanks for your call. Thanks for your call. Thank you for joining us tonight, Liz. I'm gonna take some calls and wrap up.
Yeah, hold on. Can I just remind you, please?
Yeah.
The world's best high school championship begins 100 years old. Begins tomorrow morning. I'm a fan. I was always a fan of track and field. So people on the one here, I'll be in the stadium. So I don't think I can contribute to the life of the night. So from Tuesday on the one, see me again, I hear me until Saturday next week.
Okay. So Liz is gonna be off, guys.
In the stadium 5 days.
Okay, so Liz is gonna be off. All right, Liz, thank you.
What I will do, I'll send you pictures live from in the stadium. Hopefully, I can, they can discuss.
I will share them here. All right, thank you. I'm a big track fan too. I used to run at Jamaica, though. Yeah. What?
Captain, my brother champs, so girls champs when they're separated.
Yeah.
Captain,
all right, Liz. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So, as what we said in our the end of our conversation is that the way how we do justice in Jamaica, when people cannot get justice and swift justice for their family members, them rather go take matters into their own hands, and this has been going on for a long time. I talked to a police one time extensively, and that's what he told me is that here in this country, a lot of the crime that is going on is reprisals. Sometimes it go on for decades. Because when that happen and a man not get justice and him go take out that one the family and the one the family can't take out but the one and it's a never ending cycle, guys. If anybody want to call in tonight, excuse me, I'm gonna be here another 24 minutes. You can feel free to call, guys. So make sure you're giving the live a thumbs up and make sure you're inviting and sharing whether during or after the show. I would really appreciate it. Please, guys, share our content and invite your friends over here. Yeah, so track and field, big deal in a Jamaica. Big up all of who used to run track. All right, let me take this call here. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. Thank you for calling. What's up?
Yeah, I was listening, and I heard you ask a question. If you think this ruling in the cartel situation would have an impact on the Silvera case.
Yeah.
I can tell you this much based on my observation. This ruling will have an impact on almost every case going forward.
Tell us why you say that.
Yeah, because prosecutors won't be caught slipping in the way they did in the cartel issue. They have to make sure so them not slip up like that again. I tell you, the ruling, I gotta make sure so them that all I's and cross all T's, especially when it come on to them technicalities.
So you think this is a landmark ruling from the Privy Council?
Sure it is.
So let me ask you, do you think that the Privy Council, aside from telling Jamaica what technicalities were there and what was wrong, tell us why you don't believe them just when the acquittal, them did not, when the acquittal route and just acquit everybody?
Alright, two things based on what me observe. One, the whole corruption of the jury thing would have more lean in favor of the defense. Yeah?
Okay.
And the defense didn't take to the Privy Council anything about the evidence that was presented of such other than the phone tampering. Yeah? They were just arguing the technicalities. I figure more or less the law lords were observing that the case was more in favor of the prosecution, and that's why the attempt was made to corrupt the jury. And that's why they take the stance of sending it back to Jamaica to decide if they want to retry.
How do you think they would view us as a country if it come down to where the appellate court and the prosecutor probably wouldn't agree with that, but if the appellate court them decides to listen, we're not gonna bother with no retry, make with us, just make them go on.
Well, if the appellate court make that decision, then the onus is on us, our justice system, the appellate court make that ruling. But to me, the law lords see we're in the prosecution at the case, but they slip up with going along with persistent, continuing with the trial. Because, as they stated, the judge was caught in a hard place. Because they elaborate on that. They see where the judge was in a position where it was kind of hard for him, and they don't really blame him of such, but they are saying that he should have, because that's just how the law said. Yeah? But looking at it all, they see where the corruption favored and was more swinging to the defense, and I feel that's why they took that decision.
Oh, okay. Boy, this is definitely a strange one, isn't it? Because everybody, when them hears a cartel, and this co-accused, I got Privy Council, everybody expected to either hear an acquittal or upholding the judgment.
Yeah, that was what was on most people's mind. That's the expectation. But two things I said before, they were banking on the whole phone evidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were following the case wasn't built solely on what was collected in the phone evidence. We had witness on the stand. We had a whole heap of different things that was leaning against the defense, other than what come from the phone evidence.
Yes. The Bondong house and all of them sitting there. The witness. All them the people there. Not them the people, but the one witness that came and testified, I don't think that he would ever come back to do that again. I did so with the retrial now.
That's left to see. And as I said, I'm not go prejudge, but I feel like the prosecutors had more that they could present, and that's why they would be more in favor for a retrial.
Oh, okay. All right, then I guess that's for us wait and see. But I agree with you, and I think all the viewers here agree with you when you say that the ruling, landmark ruling from the Privy Council, will, make everybody, whether they're a judge, prosecutor, they're all going to behave differently now, because this was not a nice thing to play out, in front of everybody.
They sure will. And fair rebut something that Liz said earlier on, read the trial by judge thing. Yeah, would be more in favor of having at least 3 judges, because she make reference to Justice Sykes and how he handled the Klansman gang case. Okay. I don't think that he handled that case well. He made some judgment early in the case that had people in the streets, questioning him. Mm-hmm. Some people that got off the evidence that was strong against them, and he ruled that he didn't find them to be a part of the gang and stuff like that. So the one judge sitting in the room, I wouldn't be in favor of that, and I don't think Justice Sykes did a good job on that case, honestly.
Okay. Well, may I agree with them. I'd rather take a chance with 12 than 1. Don't it?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. If you're got trial by a judge, you must have at least 3 judges.
At the very least. That's true, man. Well, thank you for calling.
Yeah, man. You're most welcome.
Have a good night. Yeah, guys. So, in a way, even though the Privy Council might not come back with, a response where everybody did want to hear, whether upon one side or the other. You understand? Nobody never had expect them to send it back. But nonetheless, it will certainly be a good thing for Jamaica, for anybody who face the court, and also for those who are a part of carrying out justice, to act in a way that gives everybody a fair trial, right? And make sure, say, as people who are responsible and in charge for justice, they are dotting every I and cross every T. We don't want people feel funny about, the way that the justice, because you're looking at people who are facing life. You're looking at victims who want justice. So on both sides, people have the expectations of the justice system. If you make the comparison now, and that's something that I was going to do separate, but while I'm here, I'll just talk about it the next 15 minutes that I have left. If we want to compare the Silvera case with the Kartel case, I think Silvera is in bigger problem than Kartel. Only type in a comment and tell me if you don't agree with that. It mean a bigger problem because of how strong the evidence is against him. You understand, guys? So a case like this would heavily depend on technicality, to me. You have the ballistic report, where theme weapon match the one what killed Melissa. You have the autopsy report, where them tell we what the real cause of Melissa death, versus where them try to tell the public say kill the woman. Me say not never hurt me so yet. Wicked and lie. till all the prominent Valerie Nita come out in a public, can repeat the lie what them tell about the woman dead from aneurysm. You have the alibi. You have the alibi where some people come talk, say, him never did it. Some people say him was there by our side. You have the idea that she died in her sleep and passed away peacefully. And then you have the former member of parliament, Fim friend, Richard Parchment, come talk, say, him find Melissa slumped over on the floor. So no story now walk straight here, so no consistent here, so. And it is a clear case of cover-up, lies, manipulation, and all these things. So if you should make the comparison to me, guys, I believe that, boy, I mean, I know. I don't know, guys. Let me see what I say, so. One judge can be bought. That's true, man. I agree with this caller. Cases will be handled differently from now on. The DPP's office have to be more careful. They did not come out looking good in this one at all. Yes, Sonia, absolutely. All right. Money win case is going to be a team case. Okay. The evidence in cartel case were never challenged at the Privy Council. The lawyers for cartel knew exactly where the weakness were in the case because they created that weakness. The evidence in cartel's case at the Privy Council, it wasn't challenged, but it was presented. Yes, it was presented by the prosecutors over in the UK. One of the time I cover my ears when I hear the man I go back in it. I read out the text where the man attack it in a patois too, you know. The man said it one of the text message them or one of the messages them. It was a strong piece of evidence because it said we chop up lizard fine and nobody now find him. The man talk about the house we burned down and the forensic evidence we did in there. Then talk about the dog bite. Them really go over some very strong parts of the evidence over there in the Privy Council. But I did not hear anybody challenge it. That's true. Nobody challenged it. But it was said and it never sound good on the defense. But how it work overseas, as we all know now, where there is a technicality, nothing else matters. They don't care about no evidence. Once there is a technicality, it tells you that the trial was not fair according to the law. So that's what happened. This ruling will certainly be a landmark case, and from henceforth, things will be different. Yes. You think they're apples and oranges? Okay. This is just a thought. Imagine how many cases were handled with flawed procedures, but defenders don't have the finances to take it to the Privy Council. Why? That is such a true statement. Absolutely true. And between the money and the patience we have to have, the patience these lawyers have to have, you know, it's really sad. And yes, anybody we ever face the court, you know, or anything like that, me don't worry. If me see this come happen, I may ever face the court. Honest to God, me don't afraid. But me that feel good right now to see what the Privy Council say and know say everybody have everything under scrutiny, So people are gonna behave differently. I believe the phone record issue will come up in the Silvera matter. Remember, the defense is arguing that the evidence collected from the phone is unconstitutional. Which evidence from him? Whenever you want evidence for a Silvera phone, I never hear about that still. I remember say for 6 weeks, everybody thinks say Melissa died in her sleep from natural cause. So nobody never trouble him phone them time there. I must have after. This is gonna be very interesting. I know that much. The prosecutors are going to make a ruling based on economic gains. It will cost the government and taxpayers money to let them go free. The judicial representatives will earn from retrial. Oh, it will cost to make them go free. The argument is that the trial is going to cost more than anything. A retrial, I should say. Yes, the caller said a lot of right things. One thing I'm sure of, no judge gonna allow cartel and him band of bandits to defeat the system that has been working for over 300 years. Boy. So what you try say? What you try say? Them a go retrial? That's what you try say, naked truth? Them a go apply for bail. You don't think them a go get bail? I don't know if them a go get bail. I mean, the situation is so embarrassing, guys, that I believe they'll get some leniency. And for the fact that they've already done a decade, I think they will get some leniency where bail is concerned. It's not a must, but the Privy Council ruling, we cannot dismiss it. It's very profound. They sent it back to the appeal court for them to learn. Can't be going republic and your house is untidy. The Privy Council exposed wickedness that must be addressed. Digital Diamond, I love that statement the way you make a true. I think a part of it has to do with them have up Jamaica. True, we say we are go independent, We don't want to follow up no monarch anymore. I think part of it has to do with that. But I also think that they were teaching them, as you said. This shouldn't even pass the appeals court in Jamaica. It shouldn't. And I think they did the right thing, but if them did acquit them, nobody couldn't feel no way because there were several technical issues with it. If them did acquit all of them, I wonder if it did worse or better. If them would point out the technicalities and say, listen, you all are acquitted. Rather than say that and then send it back instead. Oh, Jesus. The refurbish of the house. Lord Jesus. You not hear all the refurbishing of the house go. Richard Parchment come say the house did already under construction. And through the death of Melissa and the people them gonna come at the house, they don't want to take shame out of your eyesight. So them put down some look of fake tiles and then paint out this. I don't believe a shit I. They can't tell me that. They can't tell me that. Because guess what? The natural reaction to something like this, even if work did have gone before Melissa died. You see, when Melissa died, all work should have stopped. Because you lose your spouse, you mourn, oh God, or you manage or where you get the strength from for your hire workman for your paint out room and the woman dead. That don't make sense to me. They can't tell me that. I don't believe them. From their lie about, oh, Melissa dead, and then try cover it up, me not believe nothing where they say going forward. His response to the police when being cautioned will help the prosecution. Yeah. Them can't tell me nothing. Me not believe nothing where they say people try cover murder. Anything where you say I try get off. So me not gonna believe it. The inconsistency speaks for itself. Melissa will get justice by the grace of God. Mm-hmm. 2 instances of juror tampering suggest defense doing. Well, the prosecutors over the UK, they said that first. The Privy Council, the prosecutor and the Privy Council side, they said that first. The man said it is their loss because the guy came to do the bribe on their behalf. But there's no evidence of that. It was presented, yes, and they didn't challenge it at all. They focused on the jury mishap. Yeah, they were very focused on that. And that should shock anybody because it shocks even me. How is it that a jury can be contaminated by one person and you let the one person continue with the rest of the jury? You know, so if me did upon a jury there, and the man they come do that something there, me that tell them, say, listen, I don't feel comfortable on this jury anymore. Me I beg you to relieve me and send me home. I wouldn't stay upon it if they decide to make him stay. That was not right. Yeah, guys, so we're gonna wrap up here. So now, as I said, justice for Melissa. As I said, every doctor in a Jamaica, do not make them people a bandolo and drown in a murder for right now. Medical something for them, and then don't sick and wanna examine them. Remember everything we wanna do, people talk. Everything we wanna do, people talk, no secret again. So just like how we can get this information here. Anyone that want to go write no bandolo letter for them can go give bail people to say they're sick. We go know I own. So no do it. Make data and Campbell and them people they do it because they don't mix up in it already. And then no integrity. So if them do it, we're not surprised. But be very careful. This woman need justice. And that is what we're all about. So guys, any more updates on Melissa Silvera? You're going to hear about it right here. So first, whole heap of people want justice for this woman, but they're afraid for come talk. Me never see nothing go so yet. Them afraid for come talk because they say the demise of the woman came out of a political party and the people them afraid. Right? So, bail hearing for Silvera is the 11th of April. We will see what happens during that time. Okay, guys, thank you for joining. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you are subscribed. Silent listeners, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're sharing our content, guys. And thank you again so much for your support. Have a good night.